game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready, break.
Off play action. Herbert. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron. 76 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, set. 80 weapon. 80 weapon.
Alert three.
Yep. That's it. Go.
Throwing on first down. Love. That's complete to John Ross. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Quick dash. Go. He's checked. You're out. He's checking. Crash.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 6 orange. All day, dog. Shoot. H3, 218. Ready, go.
To throw on second down. Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Joe Mixon. And he's got this one down to the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Exit. No. X3. 218. Chop. Hey, Will. Now.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert, open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
Let's go.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Let's go there. 50, plant. You draw portion.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Hey, Alpha. Fair. You remember me.
On 1st down, Herbert escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Yes! Mark 55! Mark 55! Let's go!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
25, check 25. Watch twist. Watch.
From the gun, Love. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Nixon will try the right side, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Switch it, switch it, switch it, switch it. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, twist, twist.
Back to throw. Love. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Love. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Auden Tate, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bullock good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
That's right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Go. Get it.
2nd and 2. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. Washington's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half, as they'll stop him behind the line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Bullet high. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Switch. Check.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Ready. 10 Lobo. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. Ready.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Switch. Chopper. Wahoo. Oh, yeah. And you said go.
They're going to try and throw. He's got his man. Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mixon. He chucks him aside.
Dumped him.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Ready.
Looking to throw. Love. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
That's good for the Bengals. 1st down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
10 Tucson. And we heavy on the edges, 50 go. field. You go tight.
On third down, Love looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 30, the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. To throw on 2nd down. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Push him back.
Operating from the gun. Love. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
18 Gator.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hit it.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Check. 6-6, pull it high. 9, Mike. Hey, echo.
Dang all day, just like that.
Go out. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert going top shelf for Smith. It's caught at the 10. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Protein spill.
From the gun, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
They went for broke on 3rd down, and it would have really lit up the sideline if that one had worked. What do they do now on 4th down?
Boswell's kick is good, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing again. Love. He completes it to Boyd. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 4th down, Love got a man open. It's Ross. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Back to throw. Love. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. The end result, 21 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Check down team. Check down team. 61, matchbox lights. Bravo!
Mike 9. Here we go. Mike 9. Mike 9. Here we go.
Hey. Snap.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Pittsburgh, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.